He looked like your uncle who ate too many donuts. He fought like a freight train wrapped in flesh. He is the king of the 4-rounders. He is the mighty Butterbean.
It's all Butterbean. McNeely ready to go, and that's it.
When you laughed at his physique, you weren't just being mean. You were signing your own death warrant.
Oh, that's about it. I mean, that's about it.
This is what happens when fighters mistake belly fat for weakness.
Down goes Lindecker. Fight is over.
Jackie Beard walked into the ring with cautious confidence, took one look at Butterbean, and started dancing to intimidate a 300-pound man. Butterbean watched the dancing for approximately as long as his patience allowed.
Also out of the tough man competition.
And then threw a hook so brutal that it crashed straight through Beard's guard like the guard was never there in the first place.
Oh, the big right hand. Dropped it. And I mean dropped it.
That's it. He's still, I know, it's what I was trying to say is this man really does punch hard.
There it is. Good shot.
Pat Jackson entered the ring looking fit and ready, while Butterbean looked ready for a nap.
Nevada, Buffalo Bills.
Jackson tried to use a jab to keep the beast at bay, but Butterbean just ate the punches for breakfast.
Jackson moving, and that's what you do against him. You also jab. You can't miss the Butterbean with a jab.
Butterbean tried to dig the body there now. Jackson stood up there.
At the end of round 3, Butterbean threw a massive overhand right that completely missed Jackson and landed flush on the referee instead.
Took to the body, then go upstairs. Now he's uppercutting.
The interesting thing, Dave, is he hasn't really hurt Jackson that much with these punches. It's just that Jackson is tired.
It's the most dramatic shots he walked into. Boy, that's combat pain.
Jackson sat on his stool, watched the referee get helped off the canvas, thought about coming out for round 4, and immediately retired.
The best punch of the fight. At the end of the round, he's separating the fighters. And referees cannot protect themselves at all times the way fighters do it.
The next overconfident challenger who believed he could survive Butterbean was Marcus Rode.
Gentlemen, touch gloves, get back to your corner, and good luck.
Butterbean, a kind of a side.
This matchup looked less like a boxing match and more like two heavyweight beasts colliding in the center of the ring.
They could all emulate him and look like him and feel like him. So it was not a bad amateur, had a little bit of courage. But
after landing a few decent punches early, Rode grew bold and started disrespecting Butterbean right to his face.
Hits him with the jab. The good fighters...
Butterbean was known for ending fights quickly, usually in the first round, but Rode managed to hang around longer than most. That only delayed the inevitable.
Butterbean throws those real wide punches. Butterbean needs room to throw. If you're in close, he really can't do much to you. Rode's not exactly a ballerina in there, though.
By the third round, Butterbean stopped toying with him and landed a crushing shot that sent Rode crashing down.
Be a lot quicker and he could be effective. He might be able to turn on a punch. Right now, it's just a sideshow.
Big ripping shots by Butterbean. Get up on his feet, and it is over. This is how it ended in the third round. It was the body shots. He had hit him a couple good ones. And, you know, you were right, Scott.
McNeely was famous for lasting about 89 seconds with Mike Tyson, so he thought Butterbean would be a vacation.
He told us, with your medical background, is this too risky for...
Peter came in with a lot of energy, bouncing around like he'd just discovered espresso. A short left hook sent McNeely into a temporary coma, proving that the hurricane was really just a light breeze.
Much in stride, which makes it... Oh, he missed with the right. Powerful punches by Butterbean, and McNeely in trouble.
Well, Butterbean was in somebody knew something, but a little bit of money went on McNeely.
Oh, a right hand by Butterbean. The snap McNeely's head back. Another uppercut. It's all Butterbean. McNeely ready to go, and that's it. Jane 80 steps in and stops the fight.
Official Lane, would I be overstating the case?
Pretty accurate.
Well, we didn't get any action.
Graham had the misfortune of fighting Butterbean 6 weeks before the WrestleMania fight, right in the middle of a 28-fight unbeaten streak. Butterbean was at the peak of his power and had absolutely no interest in slowing down for anybody.
4 rounds, touch gloves, let's go to work.
Graham tried his best, which was respectful, but ultimately pointless.
Vaporized. One thing
Butterbean has learned in his 40-fight tour of duty how he's going to mount an offense. If he can't get to the 10-rounders, he might have to give up his big wrestling payday.
The jab, he can do a lot.
And Butterbean counters over the top of the jab in his 9-fight career.
Butterbean stopped him in 3 rounds.
And he winks at George while you're talking to him, and then knocks Graham through the rope with a body punch. And Jay Nady and Butterbean comes over to hover above George. It's the body punch. Left hook to the top, right crushing to the body.
Yeah, the referee was merciful.
Butterbean had never competed in kickboxing a single day in his life when K1 handed him Fujimoto for his debut. Fujimoto presumably trained for this fight, but Butterbean had approximately 0 background in that sport. Butterbean showed up and simply punched him, which worked just as well in kickboxing as it did in boxing. First round knockout on debut in a completely new combat sport. James Thompson was 6'5", called himself the Colossus, and had just beaten the world's strongest man. He was enormous and proud of it.
When I say stop, you stop. Let's touch gloves, get ready for war. Right back, guys.
Butterbean knocked him completely unconscious in 43 seconds.
And I think that... There you go.
There it is.
Oh, that's about it. I mean, that's about it. Butterbean has done it. James Thompson early in the first round.
And Thompson shaking his head, Steve.
Me fool, don't doubt me.
On Sean O'Hare's first fight in Pride.
The inside short inside right hook puts him down to the canvas because he didn't have his head protected when he went in there.
Marcus Royster weighed 330 pounds and was a legitimate brawler, which made this fight look on paper like 2 planets colliding.
Teammate of Carter Williams.
One big hombre, man.
Butterbean had just lost 3 straight K1 fights and came to Hawaii with something very specific to prove.
He played a lot of football. He was actually in the New England Patriots. He was winning the stand-up against... Royster in some trouble. Royster's in big trouble. Some good body shots. Oh, there's a good combination landed by Butterbean. This is what
he knocked Royster down in the 3rd round and won a unanimous decision to snap the losing streak.
What was this? The first 2 rounds. They're finishing straight. Oh, hit him. One hand hurts Royster. Royster's trying to... The crowd loves Butterbean, that's for sure.
Well, Butterbean's taking it.
Louis Monaco came in looking like he was sculpted out of granite, making the mistake of thinking muscles actually help you absorb a 400-pound punch, while his own childhood flashed before his eyes. Ed White was 6 feet 6 inches and had never been knocked out, which is a very brave thing to brag about right before fighting a human wrecking ball.
Boxing's gave him a new life.
White actually landed some decent jabs.
Butterbean with a possible big money date coming up against hockey.
Scott Lindecker showed up to Atlantic City looking fit and ready, while Butterbean looked like he'd just finished a triple cheeseburger in the locker room.
And he's never been...
The fight started, and Lindecker immediately realized he had made a terrible career choice as Butterbean began stalking him like a hungry grizzly. Butterbean landed a flurry of punches that were so fast they defied the laws of physics for a man of his specific gravity. Lindecker hit the canvas in the 1st round, looking less like a boxer and more like a man who had just been hit by a runaway semi-truck.
Right hand puts Lindecker down.
I guess not, Doug.
One punch, Lindecker had owned the whole round. And he's telling referee Bobby Howard that he's okay and try to survive the rest of the round.
If he can't move now, forget it.
Consider, basically, he's a cruiserweight, but now he goes down just getting pounded too much to the body, and he finally weakened, and he might make it through another round. Down goes Lindecker. Fight is over.
At this point.
Sometimes the shortest punches are the best.
And you can't be any more gangly.
Bill Johnson was a veteran who thought he could use ring generalship to outpoint a man who fights with the subtlety of a landslide.
The smaller guys can beat bigger guys.
Johnson moved well for about 30 seconds until Butterbean decided he was tired of the track and field portion of the evening. A single right hand landed flush on Johnson's jaw, instantly disconnecting his nervous system and sending him into a deep, dreamless sleep.
Sees his advantage of being able to move. He didn't get hit there. He acted like a guy who, I hate to say it, looked like in the first round Johnson had ideas of finding a soft spot, and he changed his mind. Now that's, I mean, we got Ron Shelton here, the movie director.
For the body.
Now that's ridiculous. It didn't even land. It glanced off. That uppercut didn't even land. The guy already had the idea going down.
Doug Norris stepped in front of Butterbean wearing an uncomfortable expression, like he already knew this would be a bad night. But that confidence was about to disappear fast.
Tough man contest.
He won several regional.
Norris chose to stay on the outside and box cautiously, trying to make it a technical fight. He attempted to slip Butterbean's shots, but still caught several heavy punches to the head.
Him into a folk hero because you announced him.
The Butterbean, he would stay 85 pounds. A very scary sight.
I guess.
And despite all the jokes in the beginning, he's got the Butterbean, the nickname, and going all over the place.
Soon he was badly shaken, stumbling around like he'd lost his bearings.
Yo, Butterbean coming forward with some good shots.
And you're seeing some tough windmilling by Butterbean. He still has that.
Then, in round 2, the big man crashed down hard, landing face first on the canvas.
Doug Norris, I was joking, but that was the problem. Well, it's wild now, folks, and there goes Doug Norris. It's over.
I don't even like to think of myself as Eric Esch. He's his right hand there, and he gets away with the windmilling.
This Ryan Garcia-looking fighter was about to explode on Butterbean like he owed him lunch money. By the time the dust settled on his legendary career, the king of the 4-rounders had amassed a staggering professional record of 77 wins, with 58 of those coming by way of knockout. So, did you enjoy watching Butterbean destroyed all those cocky fighters who thought he was just a walking punchline? If you want to see more of this ruthless execution and legendary knockouts, then subscribe and like this video to join the inner circle.